We're here at Knoebels Amusement Park in Elysburg, PA, not sure how you say it. We're going to show you around, show you some of the rides. This is an annual place that we come to most years of my life with some break periods in there. But I'm going to show you why we love coming to this park, why our kids love it. It's a great amusement park. We are entering the park here from the campground side. The Phoenix is right there. Ahead is the antique cars. And that's where you get in line for the Phoenix straight ahead too. Here's the Phoenix. That's a family favorite of many ride. It's a wooden coaster. I'm not a coaster fan to give you a real good review of it, but I hate that it makes you fly out of your seat at the bottom of every turn. But everyone says it's a really smooth coaster ride. Even some that don't love coasters seem to enjoy this one. So there's some nice little souvenir stores throughout the park. Here's one of them, right across from the Phoenix. Over here is one of the food pavilions. There's a couple of these throughout the park that you can order all different kinds of cuisine, sit in there and eat. They're also a great place to take some cover if some rain hits. But there's several, I think at least 3, maybe more of these throughout the park. Here's a little picture of the antique cars, gasoline alley. They're motor cars on a track, so even the younger kids can drive them. And they go right through the coaster, the Phoenix here, which is pretty fun for the kids. Fun in general when you're driving in behind there. The antique cars are a nice little ride. Kids have fun driving them. Here's another family favorite, the flume, the log flume. We went on that last night. It's got 2 hills you come down and get wet, but you don't always get real wet, just a nice amount to cool down. We're walking back right now towards the kiddie park area from the log flume in the Phoenix. There's the tilt-a-whirl to our right, the teacups down here. And you can see through behind that the paratrooper ride is going. That's a favorite of our older girls. They really love that one. Let's see if we can get around a little better. There you can see it going. There's some more food options here in the middle. Some of them have a fun rotating roof that is pretty cool. We like to get ice cream every year, at least one night at the old mill. There's the old mill ice cream shop. Here's a little walking bridge we're going to cross to the kiddie park. Across the way there's another little covered bridge that walks over to this area too. It's pretty cool. And a little creekside coffee place ahead. There is a grandstand. They like to do a lot of different shows. There's often live music happening there. We've never really sat and watched that, but sometimes these benches are quite full, so they have some neat shows that come through. And we're entering some of the kiddie options here right past the motorboats. You can hear the grandstand behind us. Here goes one of the girls' favorites, the flying trapeze. They're about to get on it in a little bit. It's right by, you can see the impulse behind it, the yellow and blue coaster. And actually the big wheels right behind it too there to the right. And right next to it is the motorboats. Behind us. We'll get on those probably a little bit later. And you can see the kiddie coaster through there too. There's also crazy rides like this that I'm sure would make me sick. I have never been on this one. This is over next to the flying trapeze and the kiddie coaster. I forget what it's called. Satellite, it looks like maybe. Here goes the ski lift behind us while we're at the kiddie coaster. Here's a great view as well of the Impulse. I went on this one time and I'm not a coaster person, so I will not do it again. You can see the big hill there. It goes almost straight up and vertically down. It's a real quick, smooth coaster. It's over in a matter of minutes, I think. But it's a favorite of some in our group. You can see the big wheel going behind it too with the ski lift ahead. Here's the kiddie coaster. I think it's called Cosmo's Curves. Our kids really enjoy this one. They're all in line right now. This goes around some quick little curves, whips you around. I think it goes around in a loop about 3 times. This is the adult whipper. There's also a kiddie whipper. This is one of my personal favorites. Just whips you hard around the turns. We're walking over now toward the train. There's the balloon ride over there. I'm sure we'll probably end up doing later. And over right straight ahead, the train station here. Here goes the train before us departing the station. It's the Knoebels Grove station. I'm not sure if that's what this ride is called. It goes back into the woods and through and under the twister, which is pretty cool. It's a really nice, relaxing ride. We like riding in the evening because you could even spot some deer sometimes. Do you like the train ride? Yes, we like the train ride. Here we go. We're going under the twister.
We're under the twister, going through the twister.
We're coming up on the tunnel. Everybody screams through the tunnel. Here we go. We made it.
That's scary.
We're standing here beside the sploosh. This is my #1 favorite ride. I can't wait to go on it in a little bit. Basically, you go down one big hill and you get a tidal wave splash, but it feels really great, especially on hot days. It's pretty hot today, so I'm gonna go stand and get splashed in a bit. We're on our way over to the flying turns. Here's the tornado and the stratosphere, currently at the bottom, but it takes you all the way up into the sky, and free fall basically lets you free fall down. I did it once. It's pretty terrifying. And then this is the back of flying turns over here. We're hoping the line is short tonight. Might get on this. We'll walk around the other side. We're here at the front of flying turns. Seth and the older 2 girls are getting on. We're gonna go around to the observation side and see if we can see them around that side. Right back in there's the Haunted Mansion. I don't know that I've ever gone in it, don't have much desire to, but it is a hit for some people here, I think. And ahead you can see through the trees there, the flying, I think they're called flying helicopters, something like that. Our girls, the younger, especially when they were younger, really loved those. And then there's a kiddie whipper here too. Lots of fun kiddie rides in here. Here's the umbrella ride. There's cars in circles, they have lots of horns. And we are headed over here. This is the Panther cars. They're cars that kind of self-propel on a track and you can hit the horn. Our kids love these. As a kid, this was my favorite ride.
Hey, which one
Here
are you
they
driving?
come!
Oh, you, okay.
Here's the going buggy right by the Panther cars too here. Another cute little kids circular ride. There's also a kids carousel back in there on the other side of the Panther cars as well. We even found the North Pole. Does it feel warm? We're We're here taking a morning walk through the park before it's open. One of the perks of camping here, it's really peaceful to come down in the morning to the park. Thought I'd show you the crystal, I think it's called the crystal pool here, before it's hopping and busy later today. I'm sure it will be. Really big pool. They have some neat water slides back in there that we've walked under and gone under on the train. I've never been in them. We've actually never done the pool. Once our kids are a little bit older, we might take the day to do that. It's always really busy. It looks really fun. But we always just kind of feel like we have our time filled enough with the rides that we haven't taken the time to block off a whole day to do the pool because it is a day pass. But really nice big pool, and there's a kiddie pool tucked back in towards the twister too, with like some fountains and things. That looks really neat. So here's a view of the pool early this morning. Still on our morning walk through the park here, and I'm not sure what this laser command is, but I thought I'd show it to you. We've never been in there. We might have to figure out what that is. And then right down from it here, there's a little kids theater. They have like the grandstand for adult music shows and things. Family music shows, I should say. But over here is a little outdoor kids theater where they do some entertainment for the kids. Looks like costume storytelling at 1, 3, 5, and 7 today. We've actually never sat through one of these. Maybe one of these times we will. But anyway, this is tucked back in here, and entertainment for the kids. And then there's like an umbrella drop ride right beyond it there too. Another piece tucked away in here that we have never done, but I thought I'd show you. There's a mini golf course in the middle, over by the roto jets, and I think it's the paratrooper, tucked back in here. We have seen it's often pretty busy back in here, but we have never done this piece either. We're here before this opens this morning too, but here's, I believe you can buy tickets, and they do have like wristband, I think it is, day pass kind of things that you can purchase here. We've never done that since we camp, and we want to be able to come and go in bits and pieces so we don't stay like a whole day down at the park. But if you're coming on a day trip, certain days of the week, they have different wristbands you can do. Instead of paying tickets for the rides, you can purchase them here. One thing we've learned and gotten to watch over the years, coming almost annually to Knoebels, is that this area gets flooded pretty frequently in terms of severe major floods. And on the covered bridge area over here by the carousel, they actually mark the flood levels that have hit different years. You can see the 2004 flood and the 2011 flood marked here. This place seems to remarkably recover from being covered. I mean, it would even cover some of the rides, I would think, in floodwater. And that's on this side, and over here is a 2006 flood level too. So pretty amazing how prepared and able to recover they seem to be from these floods. Over here before the park opens also, we're going to show you the big wheel. Kids and Seth already went on this one evening. I think probably they'll end up doing it again. I think this is somewhat of an iconic ride here for Knoebels. Oh, they're starting to turn it. Hooray. You can see it going around slowly. I forget how high it is, but it's a pretty big one. And it's usually pretty busy and popular here. That's the big wheel. It lights up really cool at night too. We'll see if we get a chance to catch that. But Knoebels Park here also has a lot of group pavilion areas. I think they've added on to these over the years. I don't remember it having this much years ago. We're on the antique cars going under the Phoenix. Pretty cool. Maybe the coaster will go right on top of us. We are riding on the old smoky train, which takes you around the motorboats and a few of the kiddie park rides, and then kind of goes in a loop back to the station. it does make some smoke. This is the downdraft right next to the Phoenix. This is the stratosphere.
You don't know when to drop.
We may have some takers about to get on it. We're at the motorboats, and you can see the old smoky train coming right in the middle of them here. Pretty cool. Seth is about to round the bend here. Here they finally come. We're struggling a little bit around the corner. I think they might get past. Looks like Daddy has taken over the wheel. Oop, we're gonna hit again. Here we go on the scenic sky lift. What do you think?
Good.
You like it? We're going up the mountain. Look at all the rides. We're coming down the ski lift and we can see a lot of the park here. The twister, the pool, the big wheel, the impulse.
Whoa, look at the stratosphere.
Oh, yep, the stratosphere sticking up over there. Oh, and the Phoenix. The Phoenix is over there next to it. Pretty cool. Look at that view. Beautiful. Here's the kiddie bumper cars. A little bit of chaos. Sometimes we take spontaneous concerts. Here comes the train, Pioneer train, right in front of the twister. We'll walk over and show you the entrance of the twister, but pretty cool how the train goes right around and under it here. And this is the coaster that we can really see and hear from our spot in the campground too. We'll walk around to the front. Here we are at the front of the twister. This is one of the wooden coasters in the park. This one was built, I remember when it was built, several years back now, but it is newer than the Phoenix. And then there is the Grand Carousel. I think this is known as one of the more iconic rides here at Knoebels. Okay, so what we love, what we don't love about Knoebels Amusement Park, there's not much that we don't love. We love that it's a free entry park. You don't have to pay to get into the park. So we come and stay at the campground. We come and go from the park in bits and pieces throughout the day. And you pay tickets to get on the rides, or you can get wristbands if you are here for the day. But we do not pay a fee to get into the park. So we love that.
Ticket prices are a little bit expensive. They do go up a little bit every year. But the nice thing is, you know, you can kind of pay per ride, so to speak, with some ticket books. Grandparents sometimes they just want to see their grandkids go, and they just kind of come down basically for free, and maybe even give some tickets to their grandkids, but they don't have to pay for themselves.
You can be part of the fun without even riding anything. You can get tickets a little bit discounted if you buy a really bulk amount. This year, I think prices, some of the high ticket rides were around $4 or even $4.50 a ride. Kids rides closer to the $2.50 range. just to give you an idea. But yeah, we love that you pay what you want to be here for the day. You don't pay to get in, so you decide how many rides you're going to do, what you're willing to pay. And it's also an extremely pet-friendly park. Even the Pioneer train ride, dogs can get on the ride. I think both train rides, the dogs can get on with their owners, and we've seen them go on the ride, and there's you see dogs all over the park. Very pet-friendly, very family-friendly atmosphere. There's not much that I would...
Rides for all ages, from a year old to your thrill seekers, to senior citizens to go on a nice little train ride through the woods. It's a great park tucked away in the mountains. We enjoy it.
Yep. Anything else? I don't think so. We love Knoebels Amusement Park. If you haven't been, we highly recommend you check the place out. We don't really go to the big name amusement parks. We come here every year. We just love it. It's one of our favorites. So come check it out if you haven't.